Hey guys, it's Chen. You know, ancient temples are structures that served spiritual or religious purposes for our ancestors, and countless of these ancient temples, which have been built centuries and even thousands of years ago, can be found in different parts of the globe. While these structures are highly regarded today for their stunning beauty and their cultural significance, there are those among us who see these temples mainly as an enigma. Some experts in history and archaeology are impressed at the obvious complexity required to build these ancient temples, and considering that they were made at a time when people did not have the luxury, efficiency, and precision of modern technology, it's a wonder how our ancestors achieved such a feat that some consider to be next to impossible. But aside from the glaring question of how these ancient temples were built, these structures are also a subject of several other mysteries involving their origins, the real and unknown purpose of their construction, and so much more. And that's why in this video, we're gonna talk about 5 of the most mysterious ancient temples ever built on Earth. First off, we're gonna start with the Konark Sun Temple in India. Situated in Orissa, India, this 13th century Sun Temple is said to have been built by King Narasimhadeva I of the Eastern Ganga dynasty back in 1255 CE. And what's interesting about this temple complex is that it is constructed to emulate the shape of a massive chariot, and the temple's 24 elaborately carved wheels, which are pulled by 7 horses, are some of its most distinctive features. These wheels are believed to function as sundials, which can be utilized in the precise and accurate calculation of time through the shadows cast by the wheel spokes. Unfortunately, majority of the Konark Sun Temple is now in ruins, and local legend asserts that the collapse of the main sanctum was caused by the extraction of the 52-ton magnetized rod located at its center. They also say that this large magnet allowed for the mid-air levitation of the Sun Temple's main statue. Number 2, the Temple of the Feathered Serpent in Mexico. This is the 3rd largest pyramid at Teotihuacan, a pre-Columbian cultural complex located in central Mexico. The temple's construction dates back to 200 AD, and its 6-level step pyramid is made from hundreds of sculpted stone blocks and largely features the earliest known representation of a Mesoamerican feathered serpent deity, often associated with the Aztec god Quetzalcoatl. The Temple of the Feathered Serpent is filled with many mysteries, the most notable of which is the discovery of more than 100 sacrificial burials at the site. It is believed that these victims were sacrificed as a dedication of the temple, and the way the bodies were grouped and buried have been the subject of much speculation. In 2011, researchers from the National University in Mexico also found a tunnel network under the temple, some of which led to sealed funeral chambers believed to contain the remains of the early rulers of Teotihuacan. Then in 2013, a team of archaeologists found hundreds of gold metallic spheres in 2 of the chambers beneath the pyramid, but the meaning behind them remain unknown to this day. Number 3, and I mentioned this in a previous video, the Padmanabhaswamy Temple in India. Situated in Thiruvananthapuram, India, this Hindu temple is dedicated to Vishnu, the preserver among the principal deities of Hinduism. It is considered to be the richest Hindu temple on the face of the earth, as its underground vaults have been found to contain gold and jewels amounting to around $22 billion. Out of several vaults, one special vault referred to as Vault B remains unopened and is probably the most mysterious chamber in the temple. The entrance to the vault is sealed with an iron door with 2 large cobra-like statues guarding it. They say that beyond Vault B, there is a hidden inner chamber with walls made of solid gold and is believed to contain undiscovered treasures that could be worth at least $1 trillion. However, many are against opening this vault, as doing so without saying the correct mythical chant could purportedly result in the descent of great misfortune upon mankind. And I agree with that. Let's get that thing locked up. Number 4, the Angkor Wat in Cambodia. Also known as the Capital Temple, this complex in Siem Reap, Cambodia was built in dedication to the Hindu deity Vishnu by the Khmer King Suryavarman II in the early 12th century before it eventually transformed into a Buddhist temple. The site is regarded as the largest religious monument on the planet, spanning more than 400 acres, and is filled with several buildings including a 3-level pyramid with 9 towers that exceed 60 meters in height. The pyramid is said to represent Mount Meru, a mythical mountain in Hindu mythology believed to be the home of the gods. Interestingly, myths about about the site also say that the temple was strategically built to be in harmony with the universe, with some suggesting that it served several astronomical purposes. Another fascinating feature of the Angkor Wat is its numerous depictions of female spirits or lesser deities, with more than 1,796 depictions in different parts of the temple. These details about the temple complex are some of the reasons why some people cannot shake off the belief that the Angkor Wat is actually a replication or depiction of a distant world where powerful and enlightened beings that once roamed and ruled the earth came from. And finally, number 5, the Kailasa Temple in India. Also known as the Kailasa Temple, this ancient Hindu temple is one of the 32 structures of the famous Ellora caves in Maharashtra, India. The temple is also one of the biggest ancient archaeological monuments in the world that was carved out of a megalith or a single massive rock. Its construction is generally believed to have been commissioned by the Rashtrakuta king Krishna I sometime in the 8th century CE, although others suggest that the temple, along with other structures that make up of the Ellora caves, are much older. What fascinates most people about the Kailasa Temple is the manner in which it was constructed, referred to as vertical excavation. They say that in order to build this ancient structure, carvers of the time had to start at the top of the megalith and work their way downwards, which doesn't seem like it'd be easy, especially when you consider the complexity and the scale of the structure. I mean, thousands of tons of rocks had to be excavated and carved out. So you have to wonder, if the people back then only really worked with hammers, picks, and chisels, how did they build this temple? You can't deny that these ancient temples are, more importantly, testament to the possibility that our ancestors are truly far more capable in doing amazing things than we give them credit for. But many of these temples, just like the pyramids in Egypt and a lot of megalith structures around the world, we really just don't have any idea how they were actually created. But I'm calling ancient advanced civilizations on this one. But let me know what you guys think. All right, thank you all so much for watching this video. See you later.